Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera everyone. Today I would like to cover a topic in the career of the aviation world, which includes pilot as well as aviation engineers. Now, most of you are aware currently the situation in the aviation world is not very good, but it is the same for every industry. Now, being a pilot, you cannot become a pilot immediately. It takes 2 years of training. By that time, we anticipate that the career as a pilot will start moving in the upward direction. Now, there are many ways to become a pilot, but what is most important is I feel that many of you will qualify being a pilot because the academic requirements are very high. The requirements of being a pilot is really something that is achievable by every one of you at MRSM. First, you need to have a good result for your either physics, chemistry or biology. Since you all are very smart students, I don't think you have a problem with that. And then you have the math. You should get very good grades for that, and as well as English. So this is the basic academic requirement. As long as you get at least a B in that, you will end up having a good chance at being a pilot in your future. Now, the other requirements include things like you must be of good health, you cannot be colorblind, and you cannot suffer from vertigo. These two requirements, especially for the health, will make an impact and will prevent you from being a pilot. At this point, I would want to highlight an important criteria or requirement to be in the aviation industry. The most important language requirement is English. English is the standard aviation language. It's the standard used by air traffic controller to communicate with the pilots. It's the standard used to communicate between the different flights. It's the standard used for all documentation. It's a standard that is used in the international arena for aviation. So I recommend highly for all of you to really brush up on your English skills. The minimum requirement of English competency is the CEFR, or Common English Framework Reference, level of B2. How you achieve it is up to you. It can be done by taking either a TOEFL, IELTS, and TOEIC exam. These are the internationally accepted standards of testing. Don't be shy in practicing English. It's important that you improve your English, and the only way for you to do that is by communicating in English. Now, moving forward, what does it take to become a pilot? First, you will enter a pilot training program. It's 2 phases. The first phase is the theoretical knowledge, and this will cover 15 subjects. And then you have the flying phase, which will cover the practical flying hours, which also include solo flying. So having completed these 2 phases, then you will have to take the Malaysian Air Law exam, and then you'll be able to be certified as a CAM pilot. Now, CAM, if you're not sure what the meaning is, it is the Civil Aviation Authority of Malaysia. However, there are programs available that will enable you to get dual licensing, which means it gives you the ability to be a pilot under 2 different regulatory bodies, CAM, one of them, and the other one is EASA. In order to get that approval, and this is where the academic requirements are important. From CAM, the basic requirement is credits in the 5 subjects I mentioned: English, math, physics, chemistry, and biology, as well as you having a good medical examination. For anyone wanting to go into the pilot career, they must have a medical examination certificate. If you're planning to fly in Malaysia, then you need to get this certificate through a medical exam by a CAM-approved doctor. You can't just go to any doctor. You have to go to a specific doctor. However, if you also want to do a EASA license, which at the moment can only be done abroad, one training provider does that, so you can search which one that is. But the EASA medical exam certificate can only be done in any of the European countries because it is based on the European Safety Agency there. I highly encourage all of you or any one of you who are interested in becoming a pilot to make sure that you get as many licenses as you can. Currently, the most popular license, well, for Malaysian, of course, you need to have CAM, but the other popular license are EASA and FAA. Now, FAA is the Federal Aviation Authority, which is the aviation authority of the United States. There are countries within this region like Thailand and Philippines that accept FAA licenses. But whatever you do, I really hope you choose a program that allows you to get more than one license. This way, you can seek employment almost anywhere, which is an important part. Okay, now, when you have dual licensing, it really opens up the possibility of you being employed, because then you can work not only in Malaysia, but anywhere in Europe, as well as certain other countries that accept EASA licensing. With the pandemic now, people are concerned about our industry, the aviation industry, whether it will pick up or whether it will go bankrupt and so on. I'm sure you are all aware that there have been major positive developments in the development of vaccines, and then starting this month, the vaccines will start rolling out or be started in different vaccination programs in Europe and US. So what it means is that you will start seeing an increase in travel or air travel in Europe and US, and maybe even here as we start rolling out the vaccination programs. So this is a good indicator of the return of the pilot industry, or pilot career, I should say. When you look at what Boeing and CAE and Airbus are all projecting as the future outlook for the pilot career, you will find that it's all positive, and they expect the pilot industry or aviation industry to return to as near normal within 3 to 5 years. Now, for all of you out there, you will only start your career or your pilot training as early as next year. Now, everyone knows that a career as a pilot is really a career that provides you with a very good income. It takes years for you to become the captain or pilot, but even at the starting point, you will be able to earn a very good income. So that is about the pilot. Then you have the career as a maintenance engineer. Now, maintenance engineer is a very important role. In order for an aircraft to be able to start flying, then it must be certified as fit to fly by a maintenance engineer. This also requires a professional license. Even if you are an aviation engineer, it doesn't mean that you will be able to certify a plane to fly, because you have to be an LAE or licensed aircraft engineer in order for you to be able to certify that a plane is ready to fly. Now, this role also is a career path that gives you an opportunity to earn a high income, as well as being able to be employed almost anywhere in the world. Now, each LAE, they are specifically licensed to certify a particular kind of aircraft. So you will have what is called type rating. An LAE can be type rated to certify fit to fly a Boeing 737-800 or an Airbus 320 and so on. Now, this type rating also applies for pilots. Being a pilot is not the same as being a driver of a car. When you get your driver's license, you can drive any car you like. Doesn't matter. You can drive from a Kalisa all the way to a Range Rover, to a Porsche and so on. But a pilot will have to be type rated on a particular type of aircraft, meaning they are only licensed to fly an aircraft of which they have been certified for. So for example, you have completed your basic pilot training, which gives you the ATPL or Air Transport Pilot License. And then you will have to do type rating, which will allow you to actually fly a specific aircraft. Now the type rating could be for a Boeing 737-8, an Airbus 320, and maybe in the future the Boeing 737 MAX. Type rating is an important aspect within the aviation career, both as a pilot and a maintenance engineer. Being in the aviation industry also affords you the opportunity to travel the world, experience different cultures, work with different kinds of cultural environments. All this makes your working career a very good experience. By having a career as a pilot, apart from travel, apart from the joy of flying, especially if you're interested in flying, the joy of meeting other cultures, it also provides for a certain amount of stability from your financial aspects, or for your financial aspects. Now, don't forget, should you become a pilot or an LAE, to always support your parents who have supported you throughout your career. I look forward to seeing many of you join the aviation industry. I wish you the very best of luck, and may we see you in the sky soon. Assalamualaikum.